Today we come with an exciting project. Today we're gonna do a visual representation of Pascal's triangle. Look like this. We need an output like this. So we use the mathematical equations with the Pascal triangles. I will explain what the Pascal triangle is. Look at here. You can see this. This is like pattern following triangle is called Pascal triangle. It have a unique pattern which I write in using mathematical expression. So using the combination ICR method here, with the logic what we are gonna do. So finally we move into that way. So I already done a C++. In C++ you can see the output of Pascal triangle. So we want to do this in HTML. So I created a basic layout of this project, a header tag and a container and input box. So you can see how it's look like. This is how the output that I already created. Then we want to create this each hexagonals to using the JavaScript. Here is some conditions that the ratio of hexagon if we creating using JavaScript, and this is the logic what we gonna create in this. Basically the logic, the ideology I gonna use is creating a row and creating the hexagon inside. So like a loop. Okay, then the following the value to adding the value, we use the function. Okay, creating this, come to an HTML. We could see that I created a style CSS page, CSS file, and you could see some of tags are used in here. Basically there are two sections. One will be section and other will be footer. The footer I created a input box, so I could input the values. You want to understand that I give its name of num box, and a container as usual we use container ID. Okay, here the input, I want this function to work when the person enter the enter key. Okay, so on key press or key down, if event dot key, if any key presses, it want to check whether it is enter key. So enter, then the function will be held. Okay, if the case it will be true, then call the function. We gonna name it Pascal. The function name is Pascal. So there is this enough here, and we created a JavaScript file. There is nothing now, and we link that through the script tag src. Okay, moving to here, we gonna create a function called Pascal. Okay, here we create a variable which gonna num row, that will be equal for pass in, because we want to get the number what's input to the input box. So that's we are doing here using the pass into we changing the input text input to the value. Okay, so here document dot get element by ID, which ID we are given to the box num box, and taking its value. No, we don't need the box, we need the value. Okay, we taking the value and creating another things that we name is another variable, name it container, which take the document dot get access the element with the ID container. Okay, enough bus. Okay, then we want to erase or delete or clear any existing hexagonal if first we want to refresh. Okay, I will explain this later. For that we use container dot inner HTML equal move to next. We use a for loop here. We use a for loop. This one run has the number of rows, then that's inside that we create a variable, or you wanna create document dot create element div. I will explain it later. Row div, we want to give the class name that we already created. The class name will be row. Okay, then after creating a row, we want to go for loop again, and we want to variable var variable a initialize it with 0. Okay, less than I, less than or equal to I, this want to be run. Okay, plus. Okay, then here also we want to create name it with, we want to create hexagon, and the row, the name will be hexagon, the class name will be hexagon. So we create a div with hexagon name. Then we want to get value, create a value variable with initialize the value with the function ncr. We name it ncr function, and we input the value of k and I for some reason. Okay, then for the it will break, it have no breaking things. Okay, no matter. Okay, we create a variable and assign some value, and we make hexagon as a tag or div, and a text content. Inside that we change it to value. Okay, then we create or our row div dot append child of hexagon, then it's got fine. Okay, after it is come to this position, then the row will be created. So we want to put the row into the container. So container dot append child of row div. So make that wonderful. Okay, here we created a function, so we want to work on with the function. Then we create a function called ncr. Okay, and we give the value value r. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Firstly, we want to create another function inside that will be creating a finding factorial. You know the equation we didn't discuss. Okay, come to here. That's there is an equation to find here ICR. If there is an ICR, it will be equal to, okay, this, come take it here. NCR is factorial of n factorial into r factorial n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. You know that equations, so I didn't write here, so never mind. So for find the factorial, we want to check, we want to create a function that if num equal 0, then you want to return. I using recursion here for some reason. Recursion return helps return factorial of so return num into factorial of num minus 1. Okay, fine. Okay, then here else we return, or we want to return here factorial of n. I said a factorial of n by factorial of r into factorial of n minus r. Okay, it's the same as the equations. Okay, like double check it. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We'll move on to the next things, that this will be work fine. Okay, this will be create this, and I okay, completely fine. Okay, completely fine. Just our this our window is ready. Then I was creating two classes, that row, each row, this one to class name, adding this class name, and hexagon has the class name of this, and we use some of that code. Okay, just nothing. That's the color of the hexagon and the margin between the margin of the hexagon, and it will be relative position, and grid, and using the grid and center to make that text element which we are input the value will be in the center. Then the text value font size will be the text size, and height and width is the in the ratio as we are kept here. But here we have the ratio that's similar to that. Then the clip path will be the hexagonal shape. To get the hexagonal shape, to get this shape, that's it. And for the row we create that it will be flex, and the elements will be in the center. That's enough, and we gonna try it. Maybe okay, done it. Okay, you could look at this, it's come work fine. So if you look at here is mini cap, that's not how we wanna get it. Okay, this is not whatever, we can make it some more similar. So for that we could do something adjustment, create another variable. Okay, create another variable, line height, line, okay, line height, I think work fine. Okay, line height we create a variable. So look at here that we creating each row. If this is a row, so when we make the row even more negatively, make the top marginal top negative, then it will move to the top. So okay, increase in the height. So we here look at here, it is creating a row, then the value, the hexagons will be input, and before we input that to the here to the container, we make it line height equal height. The height will be increasing each and everything, and we make the row. Okay, row div dot style dot create its margin, make the margin top equal line height into 9 into, make it negative, so 1 negative sign, this value plus this will be gonna be in the pixel value. Okay, fine. This we're gonna run it even more closer. You can see it, it's more closer, and for even more closer you could do it with this. Okay, fine, even better than this you can see here. And make the font size to change the font weight. Okay, font weight bold. Okay, fine. Okay, here it go.